We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. Here's an interesting question about how I would handle a particular interpersonal scenario. Take a listen.
Hi, David. I had a question, kind of a philosophical question to ponder about, maybe. And if someone, an acquaintance, who is a big admirer of yours,
Okay.
you found out later that they were a rapist and murderer,
Right.
how would you respond to that? Would you shut them out completely? Would you try to, get further details on exactly what they did? Would you try to understand, or what? I'm curious.
Listen, I have no idea. This has never happened to me before. I've never found out that an acquaintance or friend or something is a rapist or a murderer, and I don't know what would happen. I mean, I could give you some answer. I could say, oh, I would definitely cut them out of my life. I could never have contact with them again. Or I could say, listen, I would try to understand, and if it was far enough in the past, at the time when they were really a different person, then I have no idea. I think the details probably would matter. My guess is that there are people in our audience who, I mean, listen, there must be people in our audience who are acquainted with, maybe not murderers, but more than likely, at least some people in the audience. The audience is big enough where there's probably people acquainted with rapists. I don't know. I'd be curious to hear from others what it was like when something like that was revealed. I think that, this is like when people say, if I was on a plane and a terrorist did X or Y, here's how I would react. I don't think we know until we're in these situations. I think there's so much in the details, and I wouldn't even pretend to be able to say definitively what it is that I would do. Let me know what you think. If you've been in such a situation, I would be interested in hearing from you. We've got a great bonus show for you today. We will talk about something that is happening within the healthcare field, the healthcare industry, that is not discussed nearly as much as how we pay for healthcare, Medicare for all, etc., which is huge burnout among doctors and nurses. I have some personal stories actually to tell about this. We will also talk about, a lot of people are going crazy about this, and Joe Rogan tweeted about it. And I tweeted back that I think people are misunderstanding. There's a bill that's been proposed in Massachusetts that would ban the word bitch. And people are going crazy about language policing and all this stuff. If you understand what it is that is going on, you would realize that this is like nothing, that this shouldn't even be a news story. And then lastly, a Georgia sheriff started putting no trick-or-treating signs in the yards of sex offenders in advance of Halloween. And the sex offenders are now suing. We will talk about the legal and the social and the cultural and the logical when it comes to that story. All of those stories and more on today's bonus show. The show can continue. There is more show. Two ways to access it: become a member at joinpakman.com or become a patron at patreon.com/David Pakman Show. Much more coming up on the bonus show. Otherwise, we'll talk to you tomorrow.